part of our nature will we respond to? The beastly, physical, material side, or will we elevate our consciousness and really save ourselves and the planet? That's our choice.
Mm-hmm. If I had an Orgone blaster, and it, what that is, Craig, in case you didn't know, it's the only known weapon to kill an alien. But if there's a setting on my Orgone blaster of 1 to 10, which number would I set the setting on to kill an alien?
Well, not knowing the power of your machine, but I guess if you wanted to maximize your power, I guess you would use the number 10. Okay.
Craig, welcome. Welcome to the Edge television broadcast. You have just been initiated. Okay.
That's your birth date, by the way.
Oh, really?
That's probably why you own it.
Well, number 10. Well, see, I understand we have an alien. His name's Fred, who says that pretty much all they really do is give an alien a bad rash. So I don't think that we're turning. I don't think we're turning those things up to the highest setting. That's what's going on, man. Anything less than a 10 is just going to give an alien a rash. All right, we have this question here. What about 7? Is that the perfect number? You always seeing 7 days, 7 seals like in the Book of Revelation and such. What's going on with that number?
The number 7 appears more times in the Scripture than any other number. And the number 7 is called a number of rest. On the 7th day, God rested. It's called one of the holy numbers, that in the number 4, your birth path, the number 4, because they both have parts that make up the cross, the 4 and the 7. Okay. Now, the number 7, because it's a number of rest, and God speaks to us in a still, quiet voice, the number 7, who always seeks solitude to reflect, is more likely to hear that voice. And that's why it is revered as a number of reflection, intuition, and these are folks who were born on the 7th, the 16th, or the 25th. Mm-hmm. They're the thinkers, the analysts, the perfectionists amongst us.
Oh, okay. So that's a happy number. Is there any way that and Susie Q, by the way, she says she's a 7. So there you go, Susie, an explanation of your number. Are we stuck with certain numbers or numerology our whole life, or is there something that we can do to say take something from somebody else's number or an attribute from a number? Is there any way we can bring those to us? Can we change our number in any way?
Well, yes, we can. It's simply a matter of changing your name. You can change your energy. But actually, these choices are made long before we come into physical expression. As it says in Jonah. We find out about Jonah, who was swallowed by the whale. He had a destiny. It was already decided. Joshua didn't want to do what God told him to do. And God said, well, wait a minute. We had a contract. Long before I formed you in the womb, we had a deal. So these are decisions that we make long before our incarnation. We sit, if you will, in the library of the Book of Lives, and based on our need to learn and grow, we choose an experience. We choose our name, we choose our time of birth, our date of birth, our parents, what part of the country we're going to be born in, all based on our need to develop spiritually. Life is a university of the soul, and the letters in your name reveal your blueprint, and the numbers in your birthday, your tools. That's what you have to work with. And those are the lessons that we will face as we grow and develop.
And I see that you have extrapolated on several numerical values from the Holy Writ. But if I were to say, look at another religion, say Islam, the only number that I can think of there that I've heard in the last year or so is the number 70. I guess if an Islamic person kills a Jew, he gets 70 virgins in heaven. Anything on the why they get 70? Why don't they get 69 virgins? Or don't wait a minute, don't go there. Don't go there. 68.
Again, if we if we trace religion, it'll all come back to one.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, the Judeo-Christian religion, they all study Abraham.
Mm-hmm.
They all study Moses. Some people appear in all the texts.
Yeah.
As does the number 7. Circle 7 is in the Quran, and this 7 is a principal number. It's used in the scripture over 360 times. So the 7, which stands for rest, it's associated with serenity and peace.
Yeah.
And so that's why they do the 7. Then you have the 0. It's also associated with spirituality, the first principle, God, however you want to put it. So 70 is, let's just say, it would translate into a match made in heaven.
Well, I was going to say, it doesn't seem like if an Islamic person gets 70 virgins, there's going to be a lot of rest involved there. Okay. Again, I welcome you to the Edge. You may never be on another program like this. Okay, now let's talk about your website, Craig. You got a nice website there talking about numerology. If somebody were to log on to your site, what are they going to find?
Well, they'll find information about my services that I offer. In fact, I'm having a special for everyone on your show. For anyone who's interested, who wants to get a 6-month forecast, I'm going to throw in another 6 months without any additional charge. So you can log on to the website, click on services, order a 6-month forecast right online, and get an extra 6 months for free. For all things, there is a season, and numerology can help you there. I offer additional services as well: reading, forecast, consultation, compatibility, all there on.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, you got just we have a little bit of static on the line. Hopefully, we'll continue on. All right. Now, what about the? Have you ever looked into assassinations? Say presidential assassinations. Abraham Lincoln, John F. Kennedy, the attempt on Reagan. Have you seen anything in numbers that equal up to their date, or the fact that they even were assassinated?
The number that kind of links them all together is the number 16. Interestingly enough, the White House is at 1600. So it's a constant threat to anyone. We should have picked a better address, but it's done now. That number 16 is sort of a all-or-nothing vibration and carries with it karmic implications that can lead to assassinations.
Okay, well, Abraham Lincoln wasn't in the White House when he was assassinated. So how is there anything about his death, his date of death, or his date of birth that said would add up to? I mean, do live events? Can you get live?
The 16 I'm referring to in his case was he was the 16th president.
Oh. Okay. And JFK, where's his 16 come from? 16 candles on the birthday cake that Marilyn Monroe was singing on, or what? Singing about?
Well, actually, I'm not sure of his middle name. I think it was a combination of his first, middle, and last name. Let's see.